Sukihoto, and welcome to the Buddhist Mahavihara's Facebook page. We are going live this evening here at our studio in our Dhammadana series. And this evening, we had to start a bit late. I think we're about 5 minutes late, so that we can actually now connect with our speaker, who is based in Chicago in the USA. So without much ado, I would now like to invite Bhante M. Kamalasiri from Thera from the US to join us. Good morning, Bhante,
Good morning.
and welcome to the Buddhist Mahavihara's Dhammadana series. This is your second appearance here. And for those of you who missed Bhante the first time, let me quickly introduce Bhante to you via his profile. Now, Bhante M. Kamalasiri Thera, or Bhante Missaka Kamalasiri, is a guided meditation teacher primarily focusing on Vipassana techniques sourced from the Buddhist suttas. He believes this path will arm every sentient being against life's different challenges. Bhante Kamalasiri was born in Mihintale, Sri Lanka in 1970, and he has held a special interest in meditation since childhood. When he was 14 years old, Bhante received his novice ordination from his teacher, Balangoda Ananda Maitreya Mahathero, a well-known Sri Lankan Buddhist monk. He also received guidance from the renowned Dhamma teacher, Godwin Samararatna, and also Bhante obtained his higher ordination in 1991. He continued his training and education at the Vigiri Kanda Meditation Center and the Jnana Lankara Bhikkhu Training Center in Peradeniya, Kandy. He earned his higher education at the Sangaraja Monks Training School in Kandy and the Vidodaya in Colombo. For 3 years, Bhikkhu Kamalasiri lived in the Himalayan mountains, researching Vajrayana and Hindu meditation techniques, and he also visited the Shiva Ananda ashram numerous times. He also practiced meditation in the caves of the Yelmo Mountains, where the Tibetan saint Yogi Milarepa once practiced. Bhante Kamalasiri also spent some time at the Tusita Meditation Center in Himachal Pradesh in India. Now, Bhante has also written 7 books in Sinhala and has many published articles in newspapers and magazines in Sri Lanka and Australia, and has spoken on national radio and television. So without much ado, now I'd like to invite Bhante to start this evening's Dhamma sharing entitled Mental Wellbeing. Bhante?
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear friends, today our topic mental well-being. It is easy to understand well-being, but people have different measurement for well-being, different thinking ways. So they recognize the well-being in their own ways. We can't say it is wrong or correct because that is the human thinking ways. But in history, the scholars and wise people or intellectual people as an intellectual subject, they have think about this subject, about this topic. What is the well-being? What is the well-being? I think just after Second World War, when happening the United Nations summit, the first meeting in USA, they also talked about the well-being of human life. Within that example, we can understand how people think about well-being, and it is need for human life. As a society or as nations, as countries, people try to do that. They work for well-being, happy, healthy, prosperity life. And people need the good governance system and peaceful society, as well as economically stable and sustainable. That is a common way the thinking about well-being. However, we have to agree with that. We have to agree with that. We can agree with that because it is common idea. Then after that, in nowadays, the modern society, people think about mental well-being. Mental well-being. Because now people know what is the value of mind, how important the mind, how lead it in society and life. So people, the society, the people as the human being, now they have given big value to the mental subject, the mind. So now they talk about mental well-being. Actually, few decades ago, we were talking about environment pollution, water pollution, air pollution, sound pollution. Now we are talking about mental pollution too. That is good situation. The people talking about the mental pollution and mental situation. In the parallel to that, people are talking about mental well-being. Then this is the point we are going to talk today. Then how explain this in Dhamma? How Buddha has explained about this subject, mental well-being. As we know, the Buddha has used the word kusala. The kusala that during the Buddha's period when he alive, before him, in that society, the Jambudvipa society, they were discussing this subject before the Buddha also. What is the kusala or mental or well-being? They also had idea about that well-being, the same to modern ideas, the happy society. They organize good governing, peaceful society. They also had that idea. And they also thought about the health, physical health. And some of them believe it, that energy comes from the God. The well-being, if you want to be in well-being life, they said it's come from the God. All of the skillfulness come from the God. But finally, the Buddha, he also was as a bodhisattva, he also was searching this topic, what is the kusala. That was his research. And he tried to achieve the state of the kusala. Then finally he got answer. The Buddha says the mental well-being or the kusala is pure mind with wisdom, without harm to any other one or oneself, without harm both sides. That is the kusala, the pure mind. The pure mind, pure from the all of the defilement, free from the all of the defilement. If any mind free from defilement, then it is kusala. That mind is kusala, or well-being mind, mental well-being. That was the Buddha's teaching. Then he said to us to state of this mental state in life, the mind without defilement. That is the word he used, the nibbana. Nibbana means the mind free from defilement. Then if anyone have a pure mind, a free mind, the mind free from defilement, that is kusala mind. That is the well-being. That is the mental well-being. Then how do we achieve this? According to Buddhism, we have 8-fold path to practice within the Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Yeah. So, all of the Buddhist people practice this in different ways. In Buddhist life, we try to achieve this state, the mental well-being, or the life with kusala, or life full of kusala. That is our target, that is our goal. From morning to evening, whatever we do, we can use it to practice, or we can use it to achieve mental well-being. We can convert it into kusala actions. That is the thing we practice in our life as a lay people, or as a clergy, or as monks. Anyway, that is the thing we try to practice. If we do anything, any activities, if we speak any word, if we think anything, any single thought, we can use those things to develop and establish our mental well-being, or kusala. That is our goal in our life. That is the main purpose of life also. That is very important thing. Because people ask, what is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? In Dhamma, we have given the concept for that. The purpose of life is mental well-being. Mental well-being. That is the purpose of life. Life is for that. Life is for that. If anyone have a kusala mind or nibbana mind, the free mind or mental well-being, that is complete life. Then they have reached to the goal of the life. They have realized the purpose of life. That is the important thing we have to understand. Then today the scholars also talking about this subject, the well-being, and they say they have categorized, or they have declare 5 conditions for well-being. This is the contact with the society, the family members, relatives, friends. That is one condition for the well-being. And second one, this is the be active. The be active. You can understand what is the meaning of the be active. And third one is take notice. Take notice. Fourth one, keep learning. Keep learning. And fifth one, give. Now, this is one of subject now. At the schools, they teach to children. For the society also, they teach it. The 5 conditions for well-being. Now we have to think about this. What is the viewpoint of Dhamma about these 5 conditions? The contact, according to Dhamma, we accept it. But that contact must be with metta. The people have so many different type of contacts with the people and society. But the Dhamma always explain. The Dhamma always explain our contact with society, with people, must be with metta, with loving kindness. Not only about the human society, the the animals, non-humans also. We must have contact with them with metta, with loving kindness. The loving, kindly relationship. Not only the animals, but also the trees and even small plants. We must have contact with metta or with loving kindness. That is the Buddhist viewpoint of contact. Contact, it is good thing, but it must be with metta or loving kindness. Then second one, the be active. In Buddhism, we have given word virya, means effort. Effort to achieve the goal of life. The effort or strength to achieve nibbana or achieve well-being, achieve kusala or kusala mentality. For that, we have to active, but our action must be harmless. It must be harmless. Our actives should not make any trouble or any harm to any beings, any living beings. So we must active to help to the society, help to the environment, help to the living beings, to do good things, to do the good things. We have to active for that. That is our example. Good, the best example is life of the Bodhisattva. The paramita means that. In history, we know the Bodhisattvas, they always very active people. They are the most active people in the society in any incident. So we have to understand, and we have to get the Bodhisattva life as our example. Then we can learn from them. How did they active? How did they activate it? That is very important. Sometimes Bodhisattvas, they have given their life for others' well-being. So we have to follow the Bodhisattvas in this way. Then third one, take notice. This looks like awareness, but in Dhamma we could explain about that, the sati, the mindfulness. Mindfulness of environment, mindfulness of society, mindfulness of other people, and mindfulness of own body, and most important thing, mindfulness of own mind or own thoughts. The satipatthana. That is the most important thing in Buddhist practice. We have mostly in Buddhist teachings, we have this word. So we know about that. Then keep learning. This is very important. But in Buddhism, explain knowledge. We have to develop our knowledge, which help to develop human life, human thoughts, human mind. That is the important thing. The knowledge is not the all of the gossips in the world. It is not the knowledge. It is just informations. Knowledge must be helpful to help to develop human qualities, human mental qualities, positive qualities. Therefore, if there's any knowledge for that, we have to achieve it and we have to develop it. And the fifth one is dana. Yes, dana means not only giving something, the food or money or any other items. Not only that. We must spend our time for other people. We must spend our time for others' happiness, for others' welfare, for others' well-being. We have to spend our time. That also dana. That also giving. Even our words. We use our words to help to other people, to make happy them. So good words, friendly words, useful words, wise words. By the words, we can do so many things. By the words, we can change. Maybe by the single word, we can change human life. That also donation. That also dana. That also giving. And our wisdom and our knowledge. If we can share our wisdom, if we can share our knowledge with people for their happiness, for their well-being, so that also giving. For that we not need, it is not important, the big money, big wealth. Some people think only the wealthy people can do the dana or donations. No, maybe they cannot. If they don't have good mind, clear mind, pure mind, they can't do that. Even though they give something, but it is not done. But without money or without any material items, within just by our time, by our thoughts, by our words, by our knowledge, we can do this. That is the given. So, these 5 conditions are very important thing for our life to develop and continue. So, finally, I like to explain to you again the purpose of life is mental well being. That is our goal. That is the thing we have to achieve. So, every moment in life, we have to spend for that and we have to use for that. Then, I bless you to be happy and peace and achieve well-being life. Thank you, everybody. I think we can go next session if there is questions or
Thank you,
discussion.
Bhante. Yeah, let me check and see. I don't think there are any questions from the audience at the moment. Yeah, there are no questions. Bhante, can you just, for the benefit of the audience, can you just repeat the five things that's required for mental well-being? Just to as a recap, Bhante.
That is a contact, be active, take notice, keep learning, give.
Thank you, Bhante. So, to the audience that is listening to us this evening, I hope you have taken note of Bhante's advice with regards to how we can have mental well-being and peace of mind by following the basic tenets, simple tenets. Uh, there's one question, Bhante, that just come in. Can we just post it to you? Is it? Can you read that, Bhante?
It is better if you can read it.
Okay, I will read it to you. Most people want more material well-being than mental well-being. Therefore, they suffer more. Please comment, Bhante. Did you get that?
Therefore, suffer. Oh, yeah.
Most people want material well-being rather than mental well-being, so they suffer more.
I think uh, we need basic material thing for our life. Buddha also mentioned about that, and it is accept basic material thing, especially the food, cloth, medicine, and a shelter or a place to live. Those are the basic conditions. And sometime in society there's little bit change, but mostly those are the basic conditions for life. And we need the good governing for the society, need, and peaceful society, its need. But human beings, as human beings, we have big uh, craving. Mm. As human being, we have big craving. It is the most powerful energy in the earth. It is more than nuclear power, the human craving. Mm. So within this craving, people need to use everything. They want to be owner of the world. They want to taste all of things in the earth. That is the nature of craving. So people think material well-being, material well-being. It is the goal of life. That is the purpose of life. But we know this world, the earth is limited. It is limited thing. So everybody can't achieve everything. If they try to do that, definitely it is the result. The war is the result in this society. So we have to understand this. Understand it. If anyone understands the mental well-being is the most important thing in life and the purpose of life, then they don't care the material things. Then they like to the simple life. But if we don't like the simple life, then definitely we make a complicated life. That is the thing happening in this society, the modern society. It is complicated. Too much complicated. So people can't understand what's happening, what is going on. What do we have to do? That is the trouble. So I think all over the world, we have to understand this. Mental well-being is the most important thing. Otherwise, we have to think about the next generation. That is the thing we have to teach them. That is the thing we have to keep them, mental well-being. Because every child who take birth in this earth, their mind is pure. They are very innocent. But society pollutes their mind. The society has stolen their happiness, destroyed their happiness. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility. We have to understand this. So, we have to explain what is the value of mental well-being than material well-being. So, thank you for asking that question. It is very important for this society.
Thank you, Bhante, for answering Brother David's question. We have another question from Brother Hari, but I think it's not directly related to today's topic. But maybe you would still like to make an attempt, Bhante. Bhante Ji, please explain what is Dhamma. It's going to be a difficult, long session to answer that question.
Yes, we can easily explain. Normally, when we use this word Dhamma, that is meaning the teachings of Buddha. Originally, the teachings of Buddha, that is the meaning of the Dhamma. That we can find it in Tripitaka, in the original books. That is the very simple explanation we can give. Then when I or any other monks, when they use this word Dhamma, that is meaning in this way. But this word has used in Indian society in different way also. They have used this word for the rules and law and regulations also, the Dhamma. But in the Buddhist way, we use this word for the Buddha's teaching. And the another meaning in Buddhism, Dhamma, means thoughts, or we say the Chetasika. Then there is two types of Dhamma, the Kusala Dhamma and Akusala Dhamma. The which thoughts helpful for the well-being, they are Kusala Dhamma. Which thought destroy the well-being, those are Kusala Dhamma. So, there's sometime in Dhamma, the Buddhist teachings, we explain this word in that way, Kusala Dhamma and Akusala Dhamma, or negative thoughts and positive thoughts. I think it is the easy way to explain it, negative thoughts and positive thoughts. But mostly we use Dhamma, this word, for the teachings of Buddha. I think that is enough for that question.
Yeah, Bhante, thank you. So I think there are no more other questions, new questions that have come up. So with that, Bhante, can we now conduct the Anumodana for this evening?
First of all, we are going to do the Anumodana to all of celestial beings. For that, say this stanzas. Ettavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbe sattva anumodantu sabbha sampatti siddhya. And we are going to pass this merits to all of our departed relatives, so we can bless to them to be happy, peace, and good life, and may attain to Nibbana. Idam me jnātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu jnātayo. Idam me jnātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu jnātayo. Idam me jnātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu jnātayo.
Thank you, Bhante, for conducting the Anumodana. So we've come to the end of this evening's Dhamma sharing with Bhante Kamalasiri. And on behalf of the Committee of Management and also the monks of the Buddhist Mahavihara, let me take this opportunity to thank Bhante for joining us this evening and sharing his Dhamma with us, his Dhamma knowledge with us. And tonight's topic is quite relevant. It's called mental well-being. I think our devotees would have and viewers would have appreciated Bhante's explanation on how to achieve mental well-being. Also to the sponsors this evening, let me take this opportunity to thank you for sponsoring this evening's Dhamma sharing. Without your support, we cannot carry on with this program continuously every week, every Friday and every Sunday here at the Dhammadana series. And also to all our viewers who were joining us this evening and sharing your merits with us. And I hope you had achieved something from listening to Bhante's Dhamma Desana this evening. And we look forward to your presence again next Sunday, where we have a professor from Sri Lanka who will be speaking to us, I think, on the topic of is Buddhism relevant today? The only question is whether Sri Lanka, there's power cuts, and we hope that there will be power by the time we do the Dhamma sharing on Sunday evening. So with that, we've come to the end of this evening's Dharma sharing, and let me take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, and have a pleasant evening. Sukhi Hotu.